For reaction to today's revelations on the investigation of Hillary Clinton and all else, we turn to Andrew McCarthy, former Assistant U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, National Review contributing editor, and the man whose office investigated Mark Rich to begin with. So you're the perfect person to ask. What do you think of this new revelation? The Clinton camp is saying, you know, they had no right to release this stuff. What do you say?
Well, it's got to be released under FOIA. It's got to be released under FOIA. I don't know what the timing is, but, you know, it could very well be.
Was there something wrong with the pardon of Mark Rich?
Oh, it was corrupt from soup to nuts. There was something wrong with all of those pardons that happened as President Clinton went out the door. There was a major investigation into it. The big problem with it is it's hard to prove the quid pro quo, but also under the Constitution, the president doesn't have to have a reason to pardon people.
Right.
So it makes it a very tough case.
Okay, there's so much to discuss here because the Clintons just keep going on and on in terms of all this stuff that they've been involved with. But this note from Donna Brazile, from Donna Brazile, originally the Hillary Clinton campaign, and then you have this note from this Assistant Attorney General to the Hillary Clinton campaign, which says, and I'll read it again from Peter Kadzik, says, there is a House Judiciary Committee oversight hearing today where the head of our civil division will testify, likely to get questions on State Department emails. Another filing in the FOIA case went in last night. So essentially, you have one of the very top officials at Justice Department telling the Hillary Clinton campaign, a hack at the Clinton campaign, John Podesta, what's coming up. Is there anything wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing criminal about notifying people that there are going to be court hearings. In fact, you know, the Justice Department puts out press releases all the time, right? Come to our conference, we're about to indict somebody, we charge somebody, somebody got sentenced. The problem here is this Justice Department has been so politicized since day one in 2009 that they've lost sight, I think, if they ever had it, of the standard of avoiding the appearance of impropriety. Right. So to the extent that they're now embroiled in investigations which involve the campaign or people in the campaign, they're not sensitive to the fact that a lot of people who've been tipping off the people in the Justice Department tip off the campaign, people, in other agencies of government do. They're not, I don't think, sensitive to what this looks like, to the point where you have this FBI deputy director who, if you look at it objectively, looks to me like he put together, or if he oversaw the case involving classified information, that looks like a pretty bulletproof case. If you didn't know anything else about it, you'd figure he did a good job. But they're not sensitive to the fact that he's got ties through his wife to McAuliffe, who's tied to the Clinton Foundation in this charge.
All right. Well, let's finally deal with the Clinton Foundation, because buried in the information that came out about Anthony Weiner was a discussion of the fact that the Clinton Foundation, the FBI agents were going after the Clinton Foundation and conflicts of interest, et cetera, and apparently was shut down by Loretta Lynch, right?
Well, it was shut down by Loretta Lynch's old office. The Wall Street Journal report mentions that it was shut down by the Eastern District of New York prosecutors in Brooklyn. That was Loretta Lynch's office before President Obama elevated her to Attorney General.
So what a coincidence. All the people that she hired decided that they wouldn't follow the Clinton Foundation investigations. Is there anything wrong with that?
Funny how that happened.
Yeah,
right? Well, there's a lot wrong with it, because what they said to the agents was they couldn't have these emails based on the agreements that were made to obtain the laptops. The laptops should have been obtained by grand jury subpoena. Their production should have been compelled, and because Lynch wouldn't open a grand jury or authorize the opening of a grand jury, the FBI was denied the ability to compel the production of evidence, and that's why there's all these strings attached to all this evidence they have in their hands and they should be using to make this case.
Andrew McCarthy, we've got to have you come back every day. The volume of material is so rich. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Good to see you.